All right, this is going to be our, what is this, part three? Let me tab over here. Uh, I'm just kind of playing around. This is my playfield camera that I'm missing over here, so that's all good. But it's been a busy week. It's Wednesday for me, and again, I don't fix pinballs for a living, so haven't been able to get any work done on this since the week started. Well, actually, I take that back. I should say I don't have any time to actually kind of sit down and do a recording, but kind of in between streams and everything here, I'll show you. We got the flippers completely rebuilt. I got a flipper kit in the mail. We got the new end of stroke switches, very important, so we can get good high power to the flipper coils. We're going to solder these on here in a minute. And new links and plungers on both flippers, and then the bushings. There's two pieces, so these flipper plates came off on the last video, and now I got them put back together. Still working on that relay that goes right here. It's kind of in the way for right now, but I think we still have the pop bumpers out. I have one that's been replaced already. I'll show you that maybe a little bit later. We have more parts coming in the mail in the next couple days, but for right now, what do I want to focus on? Oh, I got those switches. I got those switches through the polisher, the rollover switches on the playfield, and those turned out real nice. So maybe we'll spend a little bit of time getting those installed again. I see John's coming in right now, so I'm going to pause this since he probably doesn't realize that there's, I'm paused. Okay, there we go. So we've got, trying to see if I can, okay, I got my fistful of inline guides here. We got these out of the polisher. There's a little bit of residue on the top, so I grabbed a 3000 grit sandpaper just like everything else. We got those taken out. I got a whole bunch of screws down here in the bottom of the cabinet, so this is I think it's day 3 officially. I'm probably repeating myself because the first part of the video was just a minute, and then John walked in and we grabbed an ice cream tonight. It's beautiful weather here in Woodbury. Finally get a break in the action from some rain, but we really need the rain, so that helps every little bit. So you're working on the ground strap over there?
Yeah, we're figuring out this captain's last playfield swap, so we're at the finish line almost.
I think we're almost ready to power it up. We've got as you can see, we got a second Captain Fantastic right there too. So it's always nice to have a second one for reference if you got an issue when you power it up or something you don't know where to put something when before you turn it on or something like that. Now here I am trying to fumble the switch in, so I'm doing with this flat edge is just kind of lifting it up to simulate a gap, and then I can get my switch under there like that, and we'll put a couple screws in, and then we'll check to make sure that the switch has proper contact, because there's actually 2 switch closures on this one switch right here. Same goes for all these inlanes. I'm not quite sure why there's 2 contacts. I'm guessing one of them at least drops a relay, and another one does something else. I haven't studied it that close, and I'm sure there's some type of continuity with other EMs that do this too, why there's 2 different switch stacks, because I think if there's like another feature that's got to be activated, one for maybe doing the relay, and another one for giving you points every time you go over it, because if you do it the first time, you drop the relay, then nothing happens. Nothing would ever happen if you just drop the relay, and then it's already closed. So there we go. Had to get that underneath there.
You using the iron right now?
I am not using the iron. If you want, can I get you mine? You want to use mine?
Yeah, we can.
Let me grab you mine if I can find it. It's around here. Here it is. Okay. Normally we don't get that lucky. If you give a tech an iron, he's going to want a spool of solder to go with it. So here's a spool of solder.
Alright.
You need some juice? You need some 110?
That should have power right here.
Alright.
This guy heat up.
I haven't decided what to do with that last camera. I think I got it in my little pin gulp beverage caddy there. I like those for doing our get-togethers. So here's my rest of my switch stacks. Maybe I'll put this camera right down here. You kind of see what I mean though. When you're trying to, you're doing a refurbishment and you got to pay attention to the cameras and all that stuff. It gets kind of be distracting, but it's just kind of nice to do a couple examples so people can see what we work on, what we do. So. Hey, how's that Hollywood heat coming?
Oh, it's already out the door delivered.
Dude, it's already delivered. I was looking to see it when it was done, but that's how things go.
Got dropped off 4 days ago.
That was,
Really happy with it. Real happy with it.
that was a home use only,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
I did make a before video, so if you do want to witness a Hollywood heat that's home use only, you can check that out. Make sure that works. You got all the hardware you need over there?
Yeah, I think I got most of what I need here. I think we're in good shape. It's kind of floating around, but everything's here. It's just a matter of finding it.
Hey, there's Nick. Sorry, Nick, I didn't have the chat open. We're just we're turning our screwdrivers tonight, trying to get caught up on work. Got the Scotland hit the deck that came in for refurbishment, so let's see if I can get over to the other side here. That's not going to work, is it? I need more space. We'll get more space eventually. That's why we're trying to get these games working, so I can move some stuff out of this room and make way for more projects. I have a bank of ball in my garage right now that I'm really looking forward to that game because I haven't played it yet, and it's supposed to be a good game. I should text Dave too, see what he's got going on. If
These
he's
are the wire strippers.
tuning in. Wire strippers?
I remember we had that blue set that last time. Maybe it's remember I used
Do I have a blue wires?
it was-
Oh, yeah. Very rare that anytime you need a tool or a part, I got it right at the tip of my tongue here.
It's there. Yep.
Alright, so where are we at? There it is. So Nick's saying I think his multi-game is it's going to be shipping pretty soon. They're working on it right now in Australia.
Well, that's fantastic.
Barring another lockdown. Let me check. I got a few text messages here. I don't know if that was Dave or Nick or somebody or. Oops, that happened. So the nice thing about that is I heard just a little bit of a tumble, so the screw's still in the wiring harness there. And if I was smart, I'd put like a little cloth down there, so in case I do drop the screw again, I don't have to worry. So I never learned my lesson with that. I like to live dangerously. Suppose I could do that with the power on if I wanted to do that. Is that Dave's neighbor? We got somebody, Haas, just followed us. Appreciate the follow. We have my friend's neighbor. I guess he's my friend too. He's got a last name of Haas, so I don't know if that's him or not. But make sure that switch is good. We got 2 closures when we close it. We got no closures when it's open, so we'll go ahead and tighten that down and check it one more time and move on to the next switch. Check it one more time. I'll make sure that's open down there too. Beautiful.
I'm gonna make a list of parts that I need.
Sure.
Some hardware and some other things, and I'll bring it by tomorrow.
What else do you need, do you think?
There's just some hardware to hold those larger white.
all those things up at the top for
The
the
support
arches?
for the
Yeah.
arch and that, because those are, I think we stripped those out when they came out.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And those are kind of an oddball screw, so. So I'll make a list for that. And there's a couple post screws.
Do you need anything? Do you need some ground braid or anything like that? Or
No, I
extra hardware
might
from
leave
that
it, leave a
perspective?
little bit of ground braid, and then if we ever, what I'll do is I can get screws to hold some little screws and washers to hold the ground braid in place.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna make little screws.
Oops, I did that wrong. I got that large contact that went on the playfield side of that switch, so I gotta take this off. I wish I could just pry the thing up and go right up and over it, but it's almost too long. Come on. Nice. My camera angles are doing, I have no idea. It's very much a rinse and repeat process. So. I got space is free on YouTube, space is free on Twitch, so hey. Suppose the only real benefit of this video is if somebody's trying to fall asleep at night and you need somebody real boring to listen to and pass out from boredom. Suppose I could just start talking about anything, just talk. People like to listen, people like to talk pinball. There's a lot of people out there who got a lot of enthusiasm. We even got some other people in the Twin Cities that want to learn pinball. And very, very challenging to teach pinball because there's so much of a curve. So many different things you run into. But anytime we can help somebody out, we try to, and that's what we're doing on this game here. Sorry if I'm blocking the view. Got work to do. Yeah, it does. One thing I do find though is that John, the cameras, they do keep you on task. I mean, if I want to go turn on some Netflix or something like that, I can put it on in the background, and then something exciting happens. I set the screwdriver down and I go watch or something like that. When you've got the cameras on you, you know you've got something to complete. And, I try and keep the cameras entertained.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if I want to do that at my place. I might not like what they see. Disorganization.
Well, they always say you're your own worst critic, but as long as you get the job done, that's what matters, and as long as you do it well. And if you look at it here, we've got 2 video games, 1, 2, 3. We got 5 pinball machines in a small front office, and we're getting our work done. I mean, if you look at the ground right now, I've got pinball parts all over the floor. I got pinball parts over the playfield glass and things like that. It's not organized at all, but at the end of the day, the finished product is a finished product. So.
As long as the customer's happy.
Yep. Even when I go into work, this is not my day job, but when I go into my day job, and sometimes I kind of get in my zone, and I got a couple tools laying here and there, and I'm always kind of proactive about keeping things organized. But I even just kind of say, you know what, I'm not. Sometimes I can be a little bit messy, but I take pride in the good job that I do, and they're like, oh, we don't care, we just want it fixed, and that's a good attitude for everybody to have. And I'm really interested in these little button rollovers because when I was just kind of playing around with the game, I haven't played it officially yet, but I was just kind of pushing buttons, and I haven't gotten any of the star rollovers to light up, so I don't know if there's a trick to that or what the deal is. It's open. That one's a little bit close there, so I'm going to open that up a little bit. I see a lot of fine tuning in my future by doing this. like I say, I want to make sure. I remember when we took the thing apart, I banged on the playfield and I had one switch go off. No idea what it was, so that could be another troubleshooting endeavor. And that's another reason why I keep hearing something fall back here. I don't know what that is. But yeah, you might have to. That's the thing. The more things you take apart, the more you have to go back and check things because it's a more opportunity for something to go wrong. We started our channel. We were just playing pinball. Now we're fixing them. We'll get back to playing pinball.
They kind of go hand in hand.
They do. Yep.
So that goes there. This ground, it's going to be pretty easy to get this orientated with having this other machine here.
Yeah.
Everything just kind of very easy to know where everything goes. I just got to get some hardware, some screws to.
Like I say, if you got some mangled ground on there and you feel it's better just to start fresh, I got a big spool of ground braid.
I'll need about a foot of it, and that's it. This thing is really in good shape here.
Okay. Would it be beneficial for me to grab that now, or you want to do that next time?
I'll do that next time. I'm just kind of
make an assessment
here of what's left. And,
speaking of what, I got a couple. Okay, that's an outline switch. I have two of these, and I think one of these is a trough switch to advance the ball right here, but then I have two of these. I have no idea where the other one goes. I don't know if it's an inlane, like a one-way inlane switch, or what it is. So I know these are outline switches. Everybody knows that. Or maybe you didn't know. That's okay. So. Yeah, when they're big, maybe I should step back a little bit. When you have a switch that looks like this, that means you can go both directions. So in a lot of cases, that's going to be these rollovers where it's in the middle of the playfield, but on the outside, where you drain the ball, the cutout's even smaller. So number one, I don't think I could even physically put that in there. And number two, here, we can do one of those right now. We'll do, this is an outline switch for sure. So this is a little guy. Hey, did you just unplug that iron?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking if I could get that. Yeah, let me get that over here because it's already hot. I got to do my end of stroke switches over here too. So if you just unplugged it, I'll go ahead and solder those on. I like to save money. I don't want to have to wait for it to heat up again.
Yeah, true. Yes.
The heat up time, that gets expensive. It's like a space heater. I suppose you got that spool of solder over there too?
That's right. Here. It's right here.
That's great, thank you.
Yeah,
I like to save money.
we're in good shape.
Now that outline switch is barely popping its head out, so of course if I screw it down more it'll probably help.
You got water downstairs?
I've got one bottle.
Otherwise, I'll just get some sink water.
Well, you're working hard over here, so you can help yourself to a bottle downstairs if you want. I usually use that to make the bubbly water because I don't want to use tap water in my little bubbler. It's kind of a third world country over here. We have no refrigeration upstairs. I want to reap the benefits of my warranty. Hopefully, the refrigerator is less than 5 years old. I think I got a leaky leaky coolant or something like that because it was popping hot air into my freezer all night long. So on the morning of my birthday a couple weeks ago, I come downstairs to a puddle of water. I gotta throw my groceries out. So that was no fun. So these are kind of odd. Well, they each go a different direction, so that helps a little bit. But they're a little bit unique because they're a one-way, and I know they're not an outline switch. So I do know one of those is a trough. In fact, just by looking at the way they line up, I bet you that trough one goes right there.
That looks like it is a trough, yeah.
And this guy here, I have no idea where it goes. We'll figure it out by process of elimination. But it's a one direction. It could be the outline over there, and it's just a little bit larger than a normal outline switch, but we'll find out eventually. Actually, that doesn't look right, is it? Yeah, maybe it is. I just gotta come from the top. Okay, so I see what I gotta do here because that blade, I think I might have taken the switch out when the trough was apart, if that makes any sense. There we go. This doesn't look right. I think that's the right blade. It might not be the right one, but it looks like it lines up right. Doesn't it? No, that's too far. It's got to be the other one.
The blade's got to be more in the center, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does. I had the wrong one.
That one looks like it's better.
That looks better. Yeah, that's it. But the problem is I got to angle it into the trough first before I seat it. There we go. That's proper. I completely bent my switch, so I think I have somewhere I have my switch adjuster. It makes it so much easier than bending it. Or we can just check it. There. So now that's got to be adjusted. I'll have to use a switch adjuster to adjust that because this should put tension back on that blade. And then when that thing comes through, when that ball comes through, it's going to push down on that switch and step ourselves into the next ball. Let me see if I can find that blade adjustment tool. I'm just going to pause my recording because nobody wants to see that. Just got to leave the live stream going. There it goes. Okay. So yeah, I couldn't find my blade adjustment tool. It's around here somewhere. It looks very similar to a ball guide, lane guide. So maybe I already looked at it and I didn't even know it. So I think this is one of our last switches, and now I'll probably pause for a little bit. That you kind of got to fight the ground braid and everything. So even grabbing all those wire stacks, you're risking pulling stuff out of adjustment, and that's just kind of the nature of the game, you know. When you go to start a game now, if something locks on, can't be surprised because you at least know what you did. I gotta make sure I have enough room on my hard drive to keep these recordings going. I haven't gone through and deleted any of them yet, so I might run into an issue with my hard drive filling up, because I think I already mentioned that I got a small hard drive. Because I use this computer primarily for other things that include external hard drives, video streamings, and stuff like that. Oh, I plugged my iron in for a reason, so let's let's solder those end of stroke switches and then I'll unplug my iron and then I'll probably take a break. Make sure that's adjusted properly. Yeah, I gotta get that thing going too. That'll be easy. Let's see. Let's do this. So probably our coils are designed to be put on that way, which I don't like. But unless I want to redo everything, I wonder if I can get them on this way. That's gonna be too hard. I mean, without redoing everything. So I could do this one. Will probably work like this. I could do that, but this guy, I want to put it on this way. I think it might be all right. Yeah, that'll be all right. So that'll work. Don't want any stray wires so they don't short out. That doesn't sound good. Sounds like something on its way falling. Yep, that was a camera. I'm not going to worry about that for now. A lot of this was kind of last second, so set that down there. Just bury it. Just too many cords. I can't see with there's so much contrast and light from a little light stand there. I'm a stickler for a good solder connection, make it look good. You start getting those big blobs and look like you're bouncing off stuff, it just doesn't look good. Try not to touch these wires too much, but they're kind of frayed. Salty, oily wires don't help. I want to go that way. Kind of rerouting this. That should help. You go top there, and the other one will go on the bottom because it's closer. I'm like on my tiptoes right now too. All right, one more. Pull that through there. There's one little strand right there I want to pull out of the way. I'm not going to put I'm not going to put the coils on tonight. I'm just going to get those switches soldered on. In fact, you know what? I'm going to unplug this right now to make my life easier. There. Go from below. Stupid angle. I can get on the other side of the machine, but that's kind of hard to do with the cameras. I might have to go around and do a better connection on there. Yep, I'll do a better connection on that later because I gotta get on the other side of the game. Alright. I have to go to the Mankato Mayo Clinic and then I have to go to the Rochester Mayo Clinic tomorrow, so